guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to show you some of my best matches that I've had, at least like 3 great matches that I had this season. I'm still fighting and I had like many chances to get up to 7k. Unfortunately I haven't got it. But I'm still going to fight a bit more. Either way, this is my crazy deck. If you watch one of my videos about ladder, you'll notice that I was using this deck, but instead of the Zappies, I was using the Three Musketeers. But you know, I just tried for advantage in this season, just chance the Muskies and have the Zappies, and it kind of went well, you know. I kind of got to 6,960, I think it was. Yeah. So I had like I shared 3 matches with my clan, 3 matches that were very decent and very rough, and so I'm just going to show them to you guys. There you go. Alright, so I'm going to go through every single move that I was making. So yeah, here I'll probably go to Rainhead because I have like the tornado. You know, for example, if I decided to attack from to my right side, I still have the tornado, which I could use to play out to my barbarian head. And even in cases where I don't have the tornado, it still can be a decent play. However, you can get massive disadvantage if you decide to attack something on my right side once he sees the rain hat, you know, like lumberjack and balloon, for example. So you keep moving. Okay, I'm just going to wait a bit. Yeah, I'm going to play Zappies in the back. He played the golem instantly, and just be patient. You know, this is a deck where you kinda want to specialize in the defensive part because you can get a lot of advantage in that area. Here I played the Recruits to give a little you know, just tank what he had to play, and we move on. Executioner to help the defensive side. Here I don't think I'm going to go for something in the attack. I can just use a tornado or a freeze, but I didn't choose to do anything because with this deck you might as well try to use the tornado and the freeze if there comes a decent opportunity for it, because you have like cards that are kind of expensive, like Revenge Hut and Warrior Recruits, and in case you have like Warrior Recruits, Graveyard, Freeze and Tornado as your starts, as your lineup, as the 4 cards that you have to play, sometimes it can get a bit rough, you know. So if you have a good chance, play Tornado to play a Freeze, while you take some of the elixir of your opponent, then do it, you know. Like here, I try to use the Tornado, the Graveyard, to see if I can do a little bit of damage on that collector, because it gets pretty crucial. If he can get solid leads in terms of elixir, then it can be game over to you, you know. So if you can get a bit of damage on that right side tower, because he didn't add much elixir either way when he played the collector, you know. So it was kind of a chance, and plus with Golem you don't tend to see poisoned, and you don't tend to see Mother Witch that frequently on this type of decks with Golem. So it is a good opportunity to just try to use the graveyard and the freeze, just take out that collector once you play it, you know, because once you play it, you only had 5 elixir left. Alright, so move on. He's very good to defend. He's still going to have some advantage in terms of elixir, as you can see, but I'm still in a very good position because I dealt a ton of damage on his right side. So I move on. He plays a golem in the back, and now here I have to be very careful. I try to play every head more towards my right side so that the golem can walk a bit more, you know. Maybe I could have played it a bit towards, even a bit more towards the right, but that's good enough, I guess. And I just play the golem, see if I can do a bit of damage with the executioner during that time, you know, during the many seconds that they have to play instead I played the Zappies, but that's okay. I tried to use the graveyard and the freeze as a support to try just defend as well as possible. Here it wasn't very well played. Didn't like that at all. I should have just played normally and should have played just a normal, what do you call it? A normal head a little bit more towards my right tower. Either way, we keep it going. We messed up, but we keep it going, you know. Here is going to a bunch of damage. I used a little last seconds to just take that right side of the tower, and we keep it going. Here the plan is to just try to defend as best as possible for this minute and a half, almost that, and then coming more down to the last seconds, try to get a bit of damage with the graveyard and the freeze, more on like triple elixir, you know. So very good to just tank that lumberjack and that, how do you call it, Dark Prince. It's okay. It went pretty well and didn't took that much damage. And I'm still in a good position. He plays another collector, but here he's taking his time, so I thought I might as well just try to deal a bit of damage. Well, like I said, it's a triple elixir, and once you get that much elixir, you know, try to do something a little bit funky, in case things go wrong in the defensive part of the game. Plus, while you attack his left side, he gets to place something on that side to just defend the graveyard, you know. And like I said, this triple elixir, I have a lot of elixir to just defend this whole attack. And if he doesn't have earthquake, if he doesn't have lightning, it'll be pretty damn smooth for me to just defend, and it's game over. So I'm gonna move on to the next match. That was pretty a little rough, a little interesting to watch. Oh, the net. Alright, now this match, very tough. You had Mega Knight, you had Fireball, you had Mother Witch, you had that Barb Barrel. You had a lot of units that are that you can easily counter my deck, you know, because my deck is easily countered. I just have fun to play fit, I guess. It's kind of a mixture with that deck of a couple of seasons that use like Rare Goods and the Berry Hat with the pigs. And I just put some graveyard and freeze, because that's basically two of my favorite cards in the game, you know. That's basically it. And this match was very, very rough as well. So here, like I said, if you have a chance to play the Barbarian Hat, go for it, even if he has Earthquake, even if he has a lot of things, alright? Now, one tip with this deck: don't play Graveyard instantly. Like, you need to see what he has. You need to see what cards he has in this deck. Just, if you feel that, okay, if you feel that is a deck where where he's not going to have some superb counter, it's okay. But if you feel that he has like cards that are very, like, you know, easy for him to counter, or if you feel that is a deck that is very counter to yours, then be patient with your moves, you know. And that is maybe one of my mistakes that I've had during this couple of hours or days, you know. Sometimes I lost my patience, like you could see. I instantly went out for a graveyard and freeze, and it's not that good in my opinion. Okay, it might deal a bunch of damage, but for a future time, you'll know what you have. You'll know that you have graveyard, and you will prepare everything for it. You know what I mean? So you need to be patient with your game. That is, if you feel that he has some amazing counter to your deck. Alright? He laughs, but that's okay. Because if he has counter, then if you feel that he has counter, then why are you going to play something that will be easily countered? You know what I mean? Now, if you feel that you're playing against a deck where it doesn't have much counter, then go for it, you know? Go for the attack, because that's what many players like to do, is just attack the game. Go for the attack, you know? And yeah, that's just my advice, or maybe how I see this game, you know? My vision of this game. Because you're going to play against counter either way, and there are times where you need to just try to play a little bit safe, you know. Don't risk too much. Alright, you enter the double elixir, and there I was in pretty messed up situation. Like, I was not too confident about this move, because it's going to Mega Knight, all of this, you know. I still went for the attack, maybe got a bit lucky there, because he could have played the Mega Knight on the right side, because that's basically the tower of him that has like the least amount of health, you know. And here we basically trade towers, you know. Just try to clean that mess with the executioner. Maybe a little. I tried to get that win there actually, but yeah, it didn't pay out. It didn't really pay out at all. It was just defend my brain hat. I'm not gonna play the brain hat. I was definitely not patient in this game. Definitely not. Sometimes I get in some mood, you know. Am I not going to play right now? Can use the tornado. Yeah, just in time while that executioner is still alive. And here I have some advantage, and that is quite surprising, you know what I mean? Considering what this deck is, that is quite surprising. I tried to take out that, what do you call it, that flying machine. Now I'll play a Reinhardt with the executioner. It gets quite easy for me to defend. And at this point I just had to try to do something, because if I played that time, if I played the if I played the warrior recruits now, he's going to Mega Knight, you know, and he's even going to probably Mega Knight in the attack as either way. So I think I kinda had that thought during that match. So even if he plays the Mother Witch, it's okay. I'll get the executioner to just crush those pigs, you know. So yeah, I'm going to play the graveyards, and then I'm going to tank a bit with those skeleton dragons, and then I can freeze. It doesn't have any elixir because he played Mega Knight in the attack. I was very lucky with that actually, but like I said, players like to attack the game. It's no surprise that you just go all out, you know. And I kind of won the match here. And at the end, I was quite surprised, you know. I was very lucky, to be honest. Alright, let me just show you one last match. This match I only won in the last couple of seconds. So Reinhardt, the defensive side. Like I said, even if I don't have Tornado, I'm going to play it. If he attacks, I'm going to have Zappies in this instance. Like I said, if he attacks everything on the right side, like he did, I'll figure out some way to just defend it, you know. I'll have that Zappies, I have freeze. I'll figure out some way. Considering the deck and how expensive it is, it might be decent for you to play as a first card, you know. But obviously there are cases where you can really let you down, but that's just how it is. Maybe you can just sit and wait until he plays, and then you could buy the Reinhardt in this case, you know, in this set. Let me just go back. In this set, maybe you can just wait, or you could have simply played the recruits in the back and then the Zappies, because with those two cards you can basically have some defense for the two sides, because even though my deck is expensive, I can still defend both sides with the amount of elixir. I think that for the amount that you get, you know, it is kind of reasonable, the cost that you have to pay, you know. So let's just get to where it was. Here it's unfortunate that Bernhard is going to take it. It's going down, but it's right. I have 12 recruits. There you go. here I have the Zappies, and the Zappies do a really good job in this situation. Even if I take a bit of damage, it's okay, and you shouldn't really play that much right now, because sometimes it just gets to be really worse, because you play something just defend that, but you have even a bigger amount of elixir, you know. You kind of dig yourself a hole, you know, if you understand me. Sometimes the more you play and the more you dig yourself a hole, and sometimes you just need to realize that you're going to suffer some damage, and just let it be, you know. Be just 1,000 or 800 if you have to do it because you are down in elixir, then, you know, just go for it. You have to do it. Or, but it's alright. Damn, I'm really bad at commentating. Still need to practice. Okay, brain head. Does it gets to tank for me on the left side, and even if it does the same thing again and again, it's not a problem. You'll figure out some way to just defend it. I was struggling to just pass through this guy, you know what I mean? I was struggling a lot to find something. Here I just kind of went like, okay, I'm going for it, you know. I'm going to play very good, and I'm going for the attack because I'm down in this match, and if it keeps going like this, I'm not going to win it, you know. I need to do something. That's just basically what I did. I forced him to play something on his defensive side, and it's something that I need to do more. Alright? I was like, I need to do that more times. Here I was going to let that deal a bit of damage, just then I can use the tornado. It's alright. And maybe I'll go for a... No, I'm not going to go for a instant graveyard. He plays the fireball on that side, it's okay. Very good. And then I'm going for a graveyard on this right side. And now I can freeze because I'm in a good situation to freeze. I should have frozen that magician instead. Maybe wait a little bit more, and then play the freeze, because you just want to play the freeze once he plays something, you know. You kind of just want to wait and then just play something to just tank that graveyard. Yeah, I was just trying because that's what you need to do at this point. There's only 20 seconds left. I need to keep trying to make it with the graveyard, you know. And I think that I just won this match on the very last seconds. There you go. Match done. Alright guys. I'm a bit exhausted, but it doesn't really matter. Like, I just do this type of videos because I need to practice my English, need to just keep practicing it, because I still do believe that it's in very, very rough place, you know. And so I just need to keep practicing my English, like trying to speak like more naturally and without preparation, you know, like just going for some video and just talk like if I was talking to some person, you know, without making a script, you know. So that's one more point, one more thing that I can take out of these videos. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, you can leave a thumbs up and a comment. If you want to come, you can subscribe to this channel and turn your post notifications so you don't miss a video that I might post. I might post on like 8 PM Thursdays. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your life.